In our original wood joint torture test, we tested the types of joints you would use to create cabinetry. That included dados, rabbets, and grooves that you would use for building the box, and the types of joints you would use to build a face frame for that box. In this series of tests, after many comments from readers, we broke down their suggestions into two categories. One was the type of joint that you would use to build a cabinet door, and the other was the type of joint you would use to build a drawer. In both sets of tests, we used the same types of testing methodologies that we used in the original wood joint torture test. We tested for pull-apart strength, where one piece was pulled straight away from another. And then we tested for shear strength, or bending, such as this, out of a 90-degree angle. The four types of cabinet door joints we tested were cope and stick, Stub-tenon-and-groove, a half-lap with a half-inch thick rabbet, and a Haunched mortise-and-tenon joint. All of the joints were tested under laboratory conditions for consistency. The results you'd get in the real world would be considerably different from the hundreds or even thousands of pounds of force that these joints withstood. But this gives us an even playing field for comparing one joint to another. In the pull-apart test, the horizontal piece of the joint is held fast to the bottom of a jig that's clamped to a set of jaws in the material testing equipment. The top part of the joint, or vertical portion, is clamped to a piece of iron that's held in place by the top jaws on the machine. As the bottom jaws drop, force is applied to the joint and it eventually breaks. The pull-apart force starts to pull the horizontal portion of the joint away from the jig's bottom plate. In the pull-apart test you're watching here, you can start to hear the wood fibers begin to break as the bottom jaws are lowered. The crackling builds until you hear a sudden snap, which signals that the wood fibers have broken. In most of our samples, the wood fibers of the joint broke before the glue joint did. The four types of cabinet door joints that we tested, the half-lap joint with a half-inch thick rabbet had the highest pull-apart strength at 2,918 pounds. For the shear test, we rotated the jig to hold the joint upright, with the long portion of the joint held in place and a metal plate pushing down on the horizontal portion of the joint. As the bottom jaws are raised, the metal plate pushes against the horizontal portion of the joint, eventually breaking it. In the shear test, as with the pull-apart test, the wood fibers usually broke before the glue joint did. The half-lap joint with a half-inch rabbet also had the highest shear strength at 1,073 pounds. Discovered in both the shear and pull-apart tests was that the joints with the greatest amount of edge grain or face grain to face grain contact instead of end grain to edge grain contact had the greatest strength. We used the same testing rig setup for the drawer joints as we did for the cabinet door joints. The drawer joints that we tested included a lock rabbet, a box joint with half-inch fingers, machined through dovetails, machined half-blind dovetails, lock miter, sliding dovetail, shouldered dado, and rabbets. Of the 8 types of drawer joints that we tested, the box joint with the 1/2-inch fingers had the highest pull-apart strength at 2,019 pounds. In the shear strength tests of the 8 drawer joints, the lock miter had the highest strength at 141 pounds. We hope these test results will help you choose the right joint for your project. For more information, pick up a copy of the December 2007 issue of Wood Magazine.